What is going on, all you sexy gaming nerds out there? This is Tiezzi-Tech coming at you with another video, and today we're going to be talking about the 3060 and its two variants, a 6GB and a 12GB. What? What? Yeah, you heard that right. There's going to be a 12GB 60 class card when the 80 class card has less VRAM than it. What the heck is going on here? Well, I think this is obviously a response to AMD and the fact that AMD cards have more VRAM than they do, and they're getting a little nervous, so they're making a move like this, which makes no sense. And for cards like the 3080 and 3070, it was probably too late. They were already in production before they could, change that. So with their, their upcoming cards, they're probably going to be adding more VRAM. And since the 60 card is next in line, they're going to add a 12GB variant, but they probably were already producing 60 6GB variants, and those were probably already in production, so they're probably just like, all right, well, we'll just offer two of the same card with, like, what does this make sense? Neither card makes sense to me, because 6GB, in my opinion, is outdated. I really think if you want the card to hold up, for 3 years, like most people who buy a GPU, they're hoping to get 3 years out of it, and 6GB in 3 years, it's not going to hold up well. And 12GB makes absolutely no sense either, because you're not going to need 12GB. You would want those on the 70s and the 80 class cards. And this card, the 60, is squarely aimed at 1080p gamers, and 12GB doesn't make any sense for 1080p gamers right now. It really just, it doesn't. So neither of these cards make any sense to me. They really don't, and I think they are completely dumb and completely stupid. And this also comes with news that the 3080 Ti is going to be coming out with more VRAM as well, and my suspicion is all of their upcoming cards, except the 50, which is going to have 4 gigabytes, they're saying, which is literally 4 gigabytes. It's like, are you kidding? Like, literally, they should, the 50 should now be 6 gigabytes, the 60 should be 8 gigabytes, 70 should be 10 gigabytes, the 80 should be 12 gigabytes, and then make the 3090 whatever the frick you want. Just make sure it's like double the VRAM or even more. That would be how I would design it. I'm not NVIDIA though, but that's pretty much my opinion on how it should be structured, because right now, like a 3070, which is being marketed as, a very 1440p card, 8 gigabytes isn't going to hold up like shit in a few years. It's really not. It's gonna it's gonna feel outdated very quickly, just because of that VRAM, not even because of its performance. And same thing with the 3080. It's like, that's being marketed as a 4K card, so it's like, how? Like, that was the card that people would probably, would have been happier with 12 gigabytes, even though it's a very small difference from what they launched it as. It just makes no sense at all here that they're putting 12 gigabytes on what is going to be a 1080p card. And this is also just a big FU to gamers out there, to people who bought the 70 or the 80, being like, yeah, we're given 60 cards that have more VRAM than yours. And at this current point, eventually I think they'll address the product stack and change all the VRAM and all of that stuff. But as of when the 3080 Ti comes out and the 3060 12 gig comes out, it's basically going to be a big FU to gamers in a different way, where it's going to be saying, if you want an appropriate amount of VRAM, for 1440p or 4K gaming going into the future, for 3 years, which is what a lot of people, want to get out of their GPUs, well, then you got to spend what's probably going to be $1,000 on a 3080 Ti, or go to the bottom of the product stack, the current product stack, because, like, there will be a 3050 later, but at that time, it'll be like, you either have to go to the bottom or to a 3080 Ti, or spend just a ridiculous amount on the 3090. So this is just a really dumb decision. The 3060, in my opinion, is going to be a very dumb card. I don't think anyone should buy it. I think the 3060 Ti is a much better deal. It has 8 gigabytes of VRAM, which will actually hold up for 1080p gaming. If that's what you're going for, I'm a 1080p gamer. I'm cool without 1440p and 4K, and I like 1080p because I don't need to. I can get I can get longer out of my graphics cards at 1080p than I feel like people at 4K they're kind of forced to upgrade a lot sooner than they might have otherwise, just because as things advanced, things get more demanding. You really do need more VRAM and a faster card. So yeah, but granted, people who are 4K gaming normally have more money. My friends who are gaming at 4K, they got money to burn. I don't got a whole lot of money to burn. I'm happy at 1080p. I'm happy, with that. I think that's good, and I do know that Steam says that the majority of people out there still currently are 1080p gamers from the hardware surveys. So these cards just don't make any sense. When stock, granted, these you're not going to be able to buy them anyways, but when stock gets better, the 3060 Ti seems like the clear winner for 1080p gamer. It's going to have 8 gigabytes of VRAM, which actually makes sense. You don't need 12 gigabytes of VRAM for a 1080p card, and 6 gigabytes is not going to hold up well. So this is just a whole bunch of just stupid crap that I just think it's just completely dumb. And I don't get it. And to everybody who did get an 80 or a 3080 or 3070, this is, like I said, just going to be big FU to them. And when the Ti class cards come out, probably with all more VRAM than the current stack, it's going to make everyone who bought those cards very unhappy and feel very sore. And they probably felt so lucky to get those cards, and then in not that long, they're gonna be like, God damn it, I like a 30. That people who bought a 3080 are gonna be like, damn it, the 3070 Ti has more VRAM than I do. Like, I don't understand this. I don't understand it at all. Totally dumb. So yeah. What do you think about it, though? You out there watching this video, what are your thoughts? Do you still think the 3060 is going to be, the go-to buy just because it's more affordable? Just the fact that all of these graphics cards, in my opinion, are ridiculously overpriced and out of touch with what the majority of gamers are, which is, people who aren't going to be able to spend, $1,500 on a graphics card. And if you are, that's great for you. But most of us aren't there, and even if we did have the money, we wouldn't be able to justify spending that much on just one part of our system. So yeah, let me know what you think. If you like this video, smash that like button. If you want more content from me, I'm pretty much creating videos every day right now, while I have the time. So stay tuned, or just check back in later, whatever you feel like. Give me some love on the channel, like, comment, subscribe, like I said. And yeah, have a great day and happy holidays to those of you who see this video before Christmas and the New Year's hit, and Hanukkah and Kwanzaa and all that stuff too, not to leave y'all out either. So have a good one.